Okay, here goes a messy map of Europe. I find Europe hard. There's a lot of countries and they're not square, they're all irregular shapes. So I am really going to practice what I preach of not drawing a very pretty map at first, just getting all the countries in the right relationship to each other. And I'll make another video later if you want to refine the proportions and shapes of the countries somewhat. But this one's going to be kind of funky, but all the countries will touch all the right other countries. So in the middle, I'm going to make what's going to end up being an eagle tail, but it's just a little diagonal line like that. And under the diagonal line is going to be a turkey drumstick, which is Austria. Here is the turkey drumstick of Austria, about yay big. And there are several borders radiating off the turkey drumstick. This one's already going northwest. We're going to have one going northeast, or kind of east-northeast, flattish northeast, one straight east, one southeast, and one straight south. I'm going to do the Balkans first because they're hard and little, and we might as well get the hard part over with. So, from just a little ways down this southeast border, I'm going to triangle over to here, and that little thing is going to be Slovenia. This is going to go over about the same length as Austria, and then it's going to make kind of a, I don't know, trapezoid with a cutoff corner. That's going to be Hungary. From the bottom of Hungary, there's going to be two borders. One comes down from here almost straight, but a little bit east of straight down. The other one comes from over here, southeast. And then from Slovenia, the coast comes down southeast. I have trouble with the proportions of this. From this border on up and then down again, Croatia is sort of shaped like a pair of pants, if the pair of pants tapered to a point, or maybe it's a tooth, or I don't know what you want to call that. But that's Croatia. Just a little bit more coast, and then up to here, and that's Bosnia. Down the coast from Bosnia is a little diamond that is Montenegro, and there's another diamond next to Montenegro, except it's slipped down under Montenegro a little bit, so they're not exactly touching corners. This one's slipped down under a little bit, and that is Kosovo. Under Montenegro and Kosovo, the coast turns south, and there's a little blob there that is Albania. From the corner of Kosovo over and down and over, there's a roughly square thing that is North Macedonia. Now this border comes down and meets North Macedonia, and what's left is Serbia. And then, let's see, we're going to do Greece. Greece comes down, goes in and out, and I'm not going to try to do an accurate Greece. We'll do that in the pretty map. Comes back up here, and then Greece has a long panhandle that reaches over under Bulgaria to just touch Turkey. Because how could Greece and Turkey manage to be such bitter enemies if they didn't have a little bit of a land border to fight at? And there's a teeny bit of Turkey that's part of Europe that sticks a little snout out here and then comes in. And the rest of Turkey is over here, and this is a strait of the sea that connects the Black Sea to the Adriatic Sea. The Bosporus, and here's the rest of Turkey, which is part of Asia. So Greece, Turkey, Now this comes up, this is the coast of the Black Sea, and about halfway up Serbia, a little less, there is Bulgaria. Then the coast comes up this way, and Romania is roughly a hexagon. I made it a little bit too squat there, but oh well. That is Romania. And on this part of Romania, there's a little sliver that doesn't quite touch the Black Sea. That is Moldova. And then this part here is going to be Ukraine, but we'll get to that later. Now coming back to the drumstick, turkey drumstick of Austria, there's kind of a flattish bratwurst shaped thing here that is Slovenia. I think of it as bratwurst shaped because its capital is Bratislava, but you'll get to that later. No, I'm sorry, not Slovenia, Slovakia. And then here is a sort of diamondish shaped thing that is the Czech Republic, also known as Czechia. Now, let's see. Now let's do Germany. So this Germany is shaped, I think, like an eagle with folded wings, which is easy to remember because an eagle is the crest of Germany and used to be on the German flag. So here's the tail of the eagle that kind of fans here, and each wing comes out and then goes up, and this one goes up here. This one actually should be a little bit lower down than that one, but that's a fine point. And its shoulders slope this way a little bit. And here's the neck of the eagle. The head of the eagle is Denmark, not Germany. But there is Germany. And let's see, here's Czechia. So from the corner of Slovakia, straight up, pretty straight over, that's Poland. Now there's a little bump on the north of Poland that doesn't quite come to the corner, that is a piece of Russia detached from the rest of Russia. Long story there, but and then wrapping around that and the corner of Poland is Latvia. And then going on up here is Lithuania. And above Lithuania is Estonia. Now from the middle of Lithuania over and this way, and from the middle of Poland over and up, that is Belarus. And then this here is Ukraine, currently in the news a lot. Ukraine, well, let's see, let's do the Black Sea coast. Comes up here, then there's a diamond-shaped thing, which is the Crimean Peninsula, which is legally part of Ukraine. As of October 2022, Russia is occupying it and claiming that it's part of Russia, but it has been a part of Ukraine since the breakup of the Soviet Union. And there's the rest of the Black Sea goes down here. The Ukrainian border comes down and kind of meets the Sea of Azov here, which is a part of the Black Sea. And the rest of what's here is Russia. Now, okay, here's Slovenia. Everybody knows Italy's shaped like a boot. The boot comes down here, the heel's about level with Greece. This is going to be a terrible shaped Italy, but oh well. There's the toe of the boot. Boot goes up. After the drumstick of Austria, Switzerland takes up the rest of the bottom of Germany. And then the Italian border kind of comes down from Switzerland. So there's that. Italy, Switzerland. France, the coast of France goes down a little, and then there's a Scoopy Bay. And Then it's going to be the border with Spain, which is a slight diagonal like that. Mostly goes west, but a little north. We'll do the north side of France now. This angle of Germany just more or less extends up this way, and the coast extends down this way. So we've got kind of this triangle of countries. We cut off the very bottom of the triangle, and that's Luxembourg, a very small country. Luxembourg. And we cut off the top of the triangle bigger, and that's the Netherlands. And what's left here is Belgium. And then France. So this is the mountain border with Spain here. France kind of comes out to a point and then scoops in. That's the Bay of Biscay, but I don't know that you need to know that. That's the Brittany Peninsula and Normandy where the D-Day landings were, but you don't need to know all that either. Here is Spain. Spain's border with France just kind of extends up into the ocean a ways and out. And over here, it sort of comes down to Gibraltar and then up. And you take a rectangle out of the southwest corner of Spain, and that's Portugal. Portugal, Spain, France. Okay, let's do Scandinavia. Here's Denmark. We're going to add, so from the point of Denmark down here is Norway, which is kind of a wide banana at the bottom and then turns into a very thin, not even quite fair to call it a banana, arches way up and over because it's going to come all the way over and touch Russia. This is all very jaggedy because it's all fjords. Now on the other side of Denmark, Sweden comes down, makes kind of a point there, and then Sweden's kind of a big fat banana going up here. This is the Baltic Sea, and then there's a land border with Finland. And Finland comes down here kind of like a big sack. And I always miss my connection here. It should be more over Estonia, but oh well. Finland comes down like a big sack, like that. And then here's Russia. This is the Arctic Ocean coast of Russia, and there's a bay here. The White Sea, I think it is, but I could be wrong. And there's a bay here on the north side of Estonia, and this is all Russia. So we got Norway, Sweden, Finland. Okay, all that's left is some little countries and some islands, I believe. We'll do the islands in the Mediterranean. Sicily is a triangle here, being kicked by the boot. It's part of Italy. Sardinia is a big island there. It's part of Italy. So Italy, Italy. Corsica is a slightly smaller island. It's part of France. And down here below Sicily, and a little to the east, I believe, is a little island, which is its own country. That's Malta. And over here, south of Turkey, is a long little island, which is Cyprus. And then there are several other teeny little countries left over from medieval times. On the border between Spain and France is a little blip, which is Andorra. On the coast of France is a little blip, which is Monaco. A few square blocks in the middle of the city of Rome is the Vatican City, where the Pope is. There's a hilltop in northeast Italy that is San Marino. There's a little blip on the border between Austria and Switzerland, which is Liechtenstein. And I think I've got it. Oh, no, I don't. I forgot the UK and Iceland and Ireland. Okay, so up here, there's a big island. Actually, the bottom should angle away, but whatever. Here is Cornwall, and Wales bulges out. These are just parts of Great Britain. And then up you go. And Scotland is sort of like a, I don't know, old lady's face with a tall hat with a feather in it or something, whatever. And this coast has some bays, but we'll just make it straight for the time being. That is Britain. And then Ireland looks to me like a fat little puffin, if you know puffins, the seabird with real short wings, that is flying up to smooch England. This part is Northern Ireland, which is part of the UK, and this is the UK, and this is Ireland. And then Iceland is way up here. What have I forgotten? Africa comes up here and over and then down, and that is Europe. Technically speaking, Kazakhstan sticks over into Europe a little bit since the Ural Mountains are the border of Europe, but we're not going to worry about that because you'll draw Kazakhstan when you draw the Asia map. It's mostly in Asia. So that is my messy, blobby map of Europe, and I'll come back in a couple of weeks and take more time to show you how to make it nicer and more accurate looking if you want, but this is all the things in the right place.